Cancerians, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So today is your 6th month from July through to December 2016 love forecast. So this will apply to you if you are Cancer, Sun, Moon or Rising. Okay, now what I do is I do an 18 card spread. So I shuffle the cards, and I've decided just to pre-lay the cards before I start readings because it just takes so much time to do the shuffling on screen and to lay all of these cards. It takes forever. I did a video for Pisces yesterday and I had to cut the bit out that I was shuffling the cards because it was just taking forever. It took 6 minutes to do everything, and I thought 6 minutes, I don't want my my subscribers having to sit through 6 minutes of me shuffling cards. So these have just been done and I'm ready to go. Now how I do the reading is I usually lay out 9 cards first, and then I will pull clarifier cards or cards that will add to give more inner depth to each of the 9 cards. So it opens up the reading, and what I do then is I split the reading into 3 parts. So there are 3 stories running through the reading, because I don't want to do just one story in terms of monthly readings, because there are thousands of people that watch my videos, Cancerians, and I figure that if one part doesn't apply to one person, then maybe another part's going to apply to somebody else from certain sections. So there are 6 cards. I'm going to find a way that I'm going to be able to show you guys the cards as well as talking to you on screen, because I enjoy talking to the camera, so I don't want to lose that. I feel like a real connection with you guys when I'm talking to the camera, but I want to find a way that I can inset what's going on with the cards so you can see the cards at the same time that I'm talking. I'm going to try and figure that out, but probably by using another laptop. But yeah, there's 3 stories running through each of these, and I will take from certain parts if I feel that one story kind of interjects with another, if that makes any sense. You'll see what I mean. So just to start, I feel that for some of you Cancerians, there is the severance of a relationship over there, or there's going to be the severance of a relationship over the next 6 months, because I feel that this situation with a particular person, it could be with a fire sign, male or female. Now, even in personal readings, you can be, if you're a male, you can be a Queen of Wands. Because Queen of Wands, to be a Queen of Wands, even though we know that if a Queen turns up in a personal reading, it usually indicates a female, but not all of the time, especially if one of my clients is an Aries. Queen of Wands is usually associated with an Aries individual. So this could be an Aries individual, male or female. So it's not just general, it's also personal readings that I attribute that to. Queen of Wands is usually quite a vivacious character. She's quite open, she's quite loving, she's very kind of, how can I explain her? She's just one of the more open queens. Queen of Swords is quite cordoned off. She can be a little bit aloof, a little bit cold. Queen of Cups, it tends to be quite an emotional, introverted character at the best of times. Queen of Pentacles is like your mother type. She's very nurturing, she's very kind. She's kind of got it all, the Queen of Pentacles. But the Queen of Wands, especially if she's in the reverse, can be quite a vain character. She's beautiful, she's attractive, and she attracts people like flies. But I feel that whoever this person is, if they correlate to you, whether they are an Aries or a Leo, Queen of Wands can also be a Leo individual. I would usually associate with something like the Knight of Wands with Sagittarius. But in this reading, because it's general, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, I feel that this person, there's going to be some severance with this individual. I can see that she's looking over at the Ace of Swords. This is the first column that we're looking at here, Cancerians. And when you get the Ace of Swords, this means certainty. So if I were to have a client that came to me and say, how does such and such feel about me? And I flipped the cards and I got one card that showed me the Ace of Swords. Well, I couldn't say to that client, it's complete severance. I could say that this person is certain of something. Well, what are they certain of? I'd need to flip another card. If it shows me the Tower or Death, well, they're certain that there's an ending. If it shows me the 2 of Cups, well, they're certain that there is a connection between the both of you. Because to me, I need a clarifier after that Ace of Swords, because the Ace of Swords cuts both ways. So it can mean yes or no, basically. It just shows that something is certain. Somebody's absolutely resolute on something. I feel that there is an ending here, because we have the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. And the 4 of Pentacles, when it's upright, means besides the more sort of in-depth meaning of that card, where somebody is very restricted, somebody's very closed off, somebody won't open up, it is also an excellent card for stability and security. So it means somebody who's saving money, somebody who's working hard, somebody who is very cautious about money, which can be a very good thing if you like to spend quite a bit and you've got bills and that type of thing. It can be an excellent card for securing your finances, for looking after your finances, for saving your money in the bank. It suggests somebody who's quite intelligent with money at the best of times. When it's in the reverse, though, it means that you're not getting the rewards that you want. Okay, it means that you don't get the stability, you don't get the security. And I feel that there's some severance for some of you guys in the next 6 months with this particular character. Now, the Queen of Wands can also mean, in terms of love, that you embark on something that's quite passionate, a really passionate affair. But I feel that because it's between July and December, that this will be a relationship that's already in existence, okay, and that will potentially carry on. But I feel that there will be severance in this, because for some of you guys, you might get bored. You might realise that with this person, there is no stability. You might have started off with the best of intentions, and now you realise, well, this isn't really someone that I can build a life with, or build my security around, or build a stable foundation with, because the fours, remember, are based on building stable foundations. So you might get bored, because the Page of Wands, when that guy shows up, this can show someone who is to and fro, someone who is in and out, someone who 1 minute they want a lollipop, the next minute they want a Malteser. Do you see what I mean? So this person, as a Page of Wands energy, is someone who goes where the excitement is. Now, I'm not saying that you go where the excitement is, Cancer, but what I'm saying is I feel that for some of you guys, you recognise in a relationship that you have that it doesn't have any real stability around it. Perhaps this person is too much. Perhaps this person, the Queen of Wands can also be quite a demanding queen within the tarot. Probably because she knows all about her self-worth. She's like the Queen of Pentacles, but the Queen of Pentacles is very much someone who is very constructive in her advice. The Queen of Wands can be as well, definitely. But this lady here, the Queen of Wands, as opposed to the Queen of Pentacles will take time and study the detail. The Queen of Wands will just want to get things done because she's very proactive, she's very quick, and she likes to get a head start on stuff. So for some of you guys, it might be quite a petulant, very kind of fiery individual. And maybe this person is too much for you, and maybe what you wanted to build with this individual you feel is not buildable. Hence the Page of Wands energy. Now, this isn't to say that you're flippant about relationships, even though the Page of Wands can be, because as a child he's quite mischievous, he's quite devil-may-care, he's kind of not particularly committed to a lot of stuff because he's fire, he rages, he's the younger version of a Knight of Wands. So in a way it makes him kind of worse, not in a sexual way obviously, but just in terms of, you know, I don't find this fun anymore. I don't find this fun, I don't find this really particularly enticing anymore. So I feel that I want to move on to something else, and I feel that some of you guys will want to move on to something else because the Seven of Cups shows up, and when you get the Seven of Cups in the upright, it means choices, it means doors are opening to you, it means opportunities are opening, but it can also mean the card of illusion and being tempted by situations or by many choices, but not really. It's also the card of chaos. When you get it in the reverse, this always reminds me of an egg timer the other way around. You know, you get an egg timer, you turn it the other way around, it's like time is running out, or the opportunity is lost. And I'm sensing that the opportunity is lost because you guys have decided that this opportunity is lost. You don't see any favour in it. You don't see any favour in kind of unveiling anything else about this person. Maybe the Seven of Cups, if it was in the upright, it would suggest, well, you know, I still have this particular fantasy of this person. I still have this idea of this individual. I still have this person on a pedestal or on a cloud. But I feel when it's in the reverse, it's almost like all your dreams and all your wishes have kind of fallen away about this individual. And that's why you have the Two of Swords next door, because this card, even though it means repressing your true desires, and I feel that when you get the Two of Swords, you know, the tarot is so multifaceted, Cancer, it's unbelievable. It really is. You can't just put 1, 2, 3 meanings on these cards because human beings are nuanced. We're faceted, we're multifaceted. We've got all sorts of things going on with us. There's all sorts of reasons for why we make choices. And with the Two of Swords, the basic meaning of this card is self-denial, or it's suppressing how you feel or repressing how you feel, and kind of putting a wall up against something because you don't really want to recognise or face up to your true feelings about something. So it's the card of not making a choice, even though a choice needs to be made. But I feel that with this card next door to this Seven of Cups in the reverse, it really says I've actually found inner peace with myself. My logic tells me that I can't go with this water. I can't go with how I truly feel because I need to kind of, even though I've got differing ideas about this situation, Cancerians, I feel that some of you guys, literally this can be the card of truth. So it's literally acceptance of a situation, and it's realising that even though you still feel a certain way about someone emotionally, it's being quite logical because it's the swords. And when you get swords, it's all about logic and being analytical and even being critical of a situation. Because sometimes when you're critical of something, that's the best way forward. If you look at something in its true light. Emotions can warp the senses. Feelings can warp the senses. Feelings and the heart can make us pursue things and send us down the wrong track, because the feelings, when you're feeling something about someone that you know in your head, maybe this isn't the right thing to do, but you go with an emotion. Sometimes that can be the right thing, wrong thing to do, especially if you can see with this person that there is no stability here. And I feel there is no stability. I feel that for some of you guys, time has run out with that Seven of Cups. The opportunity or the daydream, it's almost like, for me, I mean, tarot readers will always interpret cards different ways. For some people, this Seven of Cups can represent that you go deeper into an illusion of something because the cups are reversed. But for me, it's not the case. If it's an illusion, the upright, for me, it would mean that you come to your senses in the downright. And that whatever this opportunity was, or whatever the opportunities, or sometimes this Seven of Cups can actually mean opening doors. And it can actually mean I'm trying to unveil something about a particular person. You've got 7 cups here and somebody is frightened to open those doors. They don't know what they're going to find. But they're intrigued, which is why he stands looking at them. Because it's temptation. I feel when in the downright, the temptation is gone. When in the reverse, the temptation is gone with this individual. And you kind of come to your senses over the situation. So I do feel for some of you guys, yes, severance of a relationship, potentially a 5 sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. I feel that there is no stability here. So, and it's almost like because there is no stability, you might have based the relationship on this notion, on this idea when you got involved with this person. And suddenly as you've got to know them, I feel that over the next 6 months, it's going to be a case of, you know what, actually, I don't really feel that we've got a foundation, a buildable foundation that we can work on. And that's taken the excitement and the happiness and the joy. And now, because what happens with the Page of Wands, he can be a mixed bag. So one moment he'll want this, but the next minute he'll want that. He'll go where the party is. And by no means am I saying that you are fickle. But I feel that, you know, it's the same for everybody, isn't it? You see someone, you like them, you get involved with them. But if the relationship isn't really going anywhere, all of the excitement and the expectation and the, you know, just the desire to move something forward, it kind of goes, because the temptation of opening up more about that person, the desire to explore more, has kind of gone, and time runs out, and therefore it's the analysis, it's the thought that takes over rather than the feeling. So yes, I feel some of you guys will recognise that there is something that is not buildable within a relationship, and therefore it's going to kind of make you feel differently about that particular person, because they are no longer an option to you. They're no longer they can no longer provide any type of temptation for you. And the Queen of Wands as a male or female is a very tempting option. But for some reason, you seem to want to sever this person out of your life. The other story that I'm looking at here in the cards, Cancer, is some of you guys who are on your own, single people now. I do feel that there is somebody coming into your life. But I feel that this person is coming into your life because you're ready for them to arrive. You are definitely ready. There's no doubt that you're ready for that person. And you get that person. And you get a good one. You do get a good individual, I believe. Because we've got the Nine of Pentacles. And this I believe to be you. Alright? This I believe to be you Cancerians. For you guys who are single Cancerians, I feel that, you know, when you get a Nine of Pentacles, or any of the nines really, it represents, as you know, a time of completion now is upon you. Because the nines are represented by the Hermit, which we also have here. And when you get the Hermit is a card about an old geezer who has reached a point in his life where he is now looking back at his life and he's trying to kind of, it's almost like going and sitting, an ex-boyfriend of mine used to say, I might as well go and sit on a hill with a bag of rice and kind of muse over the meanings of life. And that's what your Hermit is. It's where you've reached a point where you're musing over the meaning of your life and you're musing over the meaning of this, that and the other. And it's simply because, you know, you've reached a point where you can do that now. You've reached a point where it's no longer about what is or what has gone before, but it's about it's no longer about what has gone before, it's about what is right now. And the fact that you are now ready to move over. The Hermit is ready to transition to death, which is why he wants to get his affairs in order. He wants to make sure that he's right with himself, with the world. Therefore, he's asking the universe for guidance, to guide him into the light. Same with the nines. The Nine of Pentacles is a card about a woman who has everything. A person who has everything. Woman or male. Nine of Cups is different. It shows a male, but it doesn't have to be a male. This is someone on a Nine of Cups card who has a lot of fun. A lot of notches on their belt. But the Nine of Pentacles lady is far more responsible. She's someone who's a little bit more classy, in a way, if I were to look at it in terms of, you know, how we address or how we are around people that we like, or what our kind of thoughts are about relationships. Often I've seen a Nine of Cups guy to mean somebody who doesn't really want to commit. They're having far, far, far too much fun. But the Nine of Pentacles lady is someone who, she's got her affairs in order, you know, I'm not saying that any of you guys are rich, but, you know, you're at a point where you're independent enough to look after yourself, to take care of your money, your home. You've maybe got a lot of options as well around you. So you're at that point where you're free, you're easy, and not easy as in sexually, but, you know, you're free and you're kind of easy, and you've got nice clothing, and you look good, and you're beautiful, and you're attractive, and you're successful in your own right. It doesn't mean that you own a bank. It just means that you are successful in your own right, because you've built up that level of abundance to be that. You've worked hard for what you've got. You'll often see this nine come in when it's older ladies, women who are in the, not twilight of their years, like really, really old, but they're kind of 50s, 60s. Often you'll see that Nine of Pentacles represents a woman who's coming to a certain stage in life where, you know, she might be a woman that lunch, a lady that lunch. She's got lots of friends, lots of nice things. But the one thing that this woman doesn't have on the Nine of Pentacles is love. She's not at the Ten of Pentacles yet. Now this, I'm just saying in general, because obviously you can get a Nine of Pentacles and be married. It just means that you're independent. You don't rely on your husband for everything, or your wife for everything. You can do it on your own as well. So it's always about an independent individual. But because it's a love reading, I'm attributing this nine to somebody who is single. And I feel that, you know, you've got everything. Even if you think, well, no, I ain't got a pot to piss in, I'm poor, this, that and the other, it still says you can stand on your own 2 feet. But what you don't have with this nine is love. And I feel that this is why I'm saying you're ready. And why are you ready? Because you get an amazing person come in, the Magician. And both cards are kind of synonymous with each other. They're kind of, there's a synergy there of both people being able to make things happen. The Magician can often represent a person, male or female, who has a lot of charisma. They're very communicative. They've got great ideas. They know how to turn on a show because it's a magician. They know how to make you feel like the most special person in the world because the Magician creates illusions. Magician with its one goes pizzazz and let there be light, and there is light. So, you know, this person makes things happen. And I feel that this person, when they enter your life during the summer, if you're single, I feel that this person will be everything that you could have dreamed of or imagined, because they're creative, they're charismatic, as I've said, they're really good at talk, small talk, big talk. They've got a lot going for them. And especially if it's a guy, he's the whole package. I feel that this person will be the whole package because the Magician has all 4 suits on his table. He's got the cup, he's got the pentacle, he's got the sword, and he's got the wand. He has everything to make something happen. So this could be a very successful person, for example. But they're the whole package, and they come into your life, I feel. But you're not in each other's pockets, I don't feel. I feel that you just kind of going with the flow, because I feel that you're both so used to being so independent as individuals that you naturally come together. You're not in each other's pockets, though, I don't feel. I feel that this is a relationship that takes time to build, and you're kind of sort of seeing each other at the moment. Because if you look at these two cards together, they're not facing each other. They're quite comfortable in their own skins, doing their own thing, but they're side by side, and I would read that as a relationship for those of you who are single coming in. Now, I feel for some of you, it will have been maybe a long time since you had a relationship, or if it hasn't been a long time, you've certainly got options. And it suggests to me, and you know that I said before, the Nine of Pentacles lady is someone who has everything, but the one thing she doesn't have is a relationship that that you've built on. And it seems that you get what you deserve because you've worked for it. Even if it's just, the thing with relationships is that when you really want to find the one, when you really want to find the right person for you, Cancerians, that's not a difficult thing to do. The difficulty is in your mindset. So if you are the type of person who thinks, I'll never find love, well, you'll never find it. If you're the type of person who feels sorry for themselves because love hasn't come in, well, it's going to take longer to come in, because when you are resistant, as I say with the law of attraction, and when you put barriers up, and when you create this frustrative energy within you, how can you expect anything to come to you? How can you expect the universe to bring these things to you? The Nine of Pentacles lady is not restricting herself. She's going out and she's having fun with her friends. She's enjoying her life as a single female, and that's why she gets this guy that comes in, because she is fully happy with her single status. And that's why she gets justice, because justice is the completion card. It says that because she was happy on her own, doing her own thing, and she probably wasn't even looking for love, even though she maybe missed it, suddenly the universe brings this injustice. And before this card, we have the Six of Swords. To me, this is riding to justice. To me, this is success. Success and justice. So in effect, you get what you want without even realising it, I believe, over the next 6 months for you single Cancerians. Okay? And I feel that even though these two cards, the last two cards in this column, could be interpreted as Two of Wands can sometimes be a card where we are split on a decision, but it's also a card about exploring a new journey. And I would read this as you guys exploring a new journey and moving towards progress. If you were to look at the key cards, the key words of these cards, well, the Two of Wands can represent moving, exploring, searching, seeking. And the Chariot can mean journey, progress. So you could be moving towards progress with this individual, or seeking progress with this individual. Okay? I do feel that a lovely relationship is coming in for you, some of you single people. But I feel that this is more for the single people who are kind of accepting of where they are in terms of being single. They're just enjoying their lives, doing what they're doing. For some of you Cancerians, if you're enjoying life, I feel, and even if you're not so much, I feel that if you're at a state where you're just kind of doing your own thing, you're independent, you're purely self-sufficient, I feel that you're going to meet someone who is kind of the same thing. The Magician is self-sufficient. He can make things happen. He relies on his own power and ability to make things happen in his world. And this to me signifies success for the both of you. And you will be moving towards this new journey. Exploring, Two of Wands, new journey, Chariot. Finally, the final story that I'm seeing in this reading, Cancerians, for the months between July 2016 and December 2016 is some of you guys, I feel, won't want someone. There's someone who is actively pursuing you, I feel, over the next between July and December, but for some reason you don't want this individual. For some reason you are having problems with this individual. I say this because we've got the Hermit, and I feel that this is you guys here. And I feel that the Hermit is often a card about either I want to be alone, Or it can be a card about I am seeking clarity, or I'm trying to find a solution, or I'm trying to find my way in a situation. I'm musing over a particular problem and I'm trying to sort it out. This is the card, whether it's upright or in the reverse as far as I'm concerned, about self-imposed isolation a lot of the time. A lot of people say, well, if it's upright, if it's in the reverse, then it is actually about self-imposed isolation. But I don't feel necessarily that it matters. I've seen this card mean self-imposed isolation when it's in the upright. But what's interesting is you've got somebody who's very interested in you. The King of Wands. Again, it's another fire sign. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, but doesn't have to be. King of Wands is a very sexually active individual. And when he sees something, I often attribute him to the word desire. But he's also attributed to words like decision, action, confidence, ambition. This person seems to want to pursue you quite eagerly. Kings, remember, are the epitome of the court cards. So they're right there up with the decision-making process. They focus on something and they say, yes, this is how it is. So they're the mature element of the court cards. Okay, you can have a Knight of Wands who is the young gun. He kind of goes off with this kind of heady, passionate feeling after someone. There's no Knight of Wands here with this hermit, chasing the hermit. This man is not chasing. The King of Wands, to me, because he's a king, he's in it for the long haul. He wants to pursue some of you Cancerians, whether you're attached or not attached. I feel somebody's going to be pursuing you and they're not going to let up. They're in it for the long haul. But you're not interested, Cancerians, because there you are on the Four of Cups. And there you are on the Moon, because the Moon can actually indicate a Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio individual. I feel that you're frustrated by this individual. I feel that you want to be alone for some of you guys. Or it simply could be that you're simply not interested in this person. But this person wants to offer love to you, or they want to offer something new. But for some reason, you're kind of like, I don't want this. I'm happy with the way things are. Sometimes when you get this Four of Cups, it's a case of, I actually don't want this. I'm bored with it. Or, I'm not interested in it because I'm just happy with the way that things are with my life. It could be with the Three of Cups, you're happy with kind of playing around or having just different options, because the Three of Cups can represent the Three of Cups card, and that can be more than one person, obviously. So this person doesn't have any time to settle down or for a commitment. And I feel for some of you guys, you won't want commitment. And I feel that this situation with this person, and he's looking so intently at you, Cancer, it's almost like you say, I really, really don't want this, because it seems that you're frustrated by it with that Moon card. You've had enough. It's like, fuck off. Jeez, I've had enough. Stop pursuing me. But it's interesting. For some reason, I feel that this is more about your own values, and I feel it's a case of that you don't trust this person. You might feel that they've got secrets with that Moon card, which means with the Four of Cups, you might doubt them because you might feel that they've got secrets. So if it's a case of that, it's not a case of you want to be alone. You simply might be in doubt about this information, this person. You don't have enough information about them. You simply don't have enough. Now, you might find out something about this person. We don't have a High Priestess that says, well, a secret will be revealed. But we do have a Hierophant here, which suggests, now, even though you're not Taurus, it doesn't matter, because the Hierophant can also mean, as well as tapping into somebody else's guidance, it can mean tapping into your own spirituality, your own sense of intuition and sense of what is right and what is wrong. And you might have some very traditional values on a particular situation with this individual. All right, they might be offering you a secret affair with the Moon card. But I feel it's interesting because this person appears again. Now he appears as the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is loyal, he's sturdy, he's faithful, and he's not going anywhere. However, what I'm noticing with the Hierophant is, can you see what this Hierophant is doing? He's putting his hand up to the face. It's like, girl. Do you know what I mean? It's like, girl. It's like, I know it's an old saying, but, what's that saying? Talk to the hand because the face ain't listening. That kind of thing. It's like, you know what, I'm really not into you. That type of thing. So for some of you guys, it might be that you succumb. Because the Knight of Pentacles is loyalty and the Hierophant can mean commitment. So potentially for some of you guys, you succumb to this individual. But I feel for some of you guys, it's going to kind of be, you know what? Talk to the hand because the face ain't listening, man. I'm seriously not interested in you because I've got certain things on you. I've tapped into some guidance. Somebody told me something because they hear it. Sorry, tapped into some guidance because somebody told me something about you. Now, when you get a Hierophant, it can mean that you talk to somebody who's quite wise. So it might be that somebody says, don't go for this person because such and such a thing. Okay? This could also be you. You've got a certain set of beliefs, a certain set of values. And if that moon card means that you're being offered something that is quite deceptive because you seem to refute it with the Four of Cups, then to me this is you guys, the Hierophant, saying, you know, I'm hoping you can see where this hand on that Hierophant is. See that? He's got his hand, I think it's his left hand, right up in that Knight of Pentacles face. It's almost like you might come trying to offer me something and say that you're loyal and you're this and you're that, but I don't really trust it. I don't trust what you're saying to me. For some of you guys, it might be that you've taken a long time around this individual, or this person might have taken a long time within this next 6 months to deliver something to you, and you've kind of become bored with it. And now with the Moon card, it's like some real anxiety over the situation. But I still see, yes, potential for commitment here, even if you're not interested at first in this individual, Cancerians. But I'm certainly seeing that you put your hand up to the face of that Knight of Pentacles or the King of Wands. This is either a fire sign or an earth sign. But I do feel that you put your hand up to this person. You say, I'm not sure about this. And I don't really want it. And I don't trust it because my inner guidance tells me. And what I've also probably been told, that I don't feel that I should really go for this situation with you. And I'm still saying no. No matter how long you've stuck around for me, I still don't want it. Interesting reading. I'm just going to have a look if there's anything else I can see in the cards. Well, I do feel that for some of you guys there might be a love triangle going on, because we've got either side of that Nine of Pentacles lady, and the Nine of Pentacles can mean somebody has choices, okay? We've got the Hermit and that Magician. Could be an earth sign, male Virgo, earth sign male or female Virgo, might be a bit quiet, and the Magician might be a little bit pizzazz. Okay, so this can be an air sign individual as well, Gemini probably. And be careful, I don't really want to say anything about Geminis, but you know sometimes that's saying that Geminis have two faces. Be careful of that Magician as well. Only if there are two choices for you to make, okay? Because whilst one might seem a little bit dull, the Hermit, he might be your best bet. The Magician, though, is a little bit more, wow, out there. But the Magician can sometimes wear two faces. However, he doesn't have a Seven of Swords or a Moon card directly in link with him. So, yeah. But either way, there are two men or two women or whatever. There's two individuals, I feel, that might be around you. And this is why you're the Nine of Pentacles. You're free and you have options. There is a decision to make. There is a thumbs up that you'll need to give to one of them, Six of Wands, and one of them you'll have to say no to, Four of Cups. You might be feeling conflicted between two choices, the Chariot. Do you explore a situation that you have no experience of with a particular person? Or do you stay with what is traditional to you, what is tried and tested, what you are used to with the Knight of Pentacles? So it's interesting, and that was just a little add-on to the reading, because I was looking at the cards and thinking some of this looks very interesting. But I feel, just to reiterate on your reading, Cancerians, that within the months between July and December 2016, some of you will be ending a relationship with a particular person. Queen of Wands is facing that Ace of Swords. It's severance, it's death, it's an ending. That's because there's nothing to build on with this Four of Pentacles. There's no rewards. You're not feeling rewarded. I feel, you know, really deep down with this Four of Pentacles. Therefore, with the Page of Wands, you're seeking probably excitement in other places. And that's because you are no longer tempted. The well has run dry. There are no more doors for you to open. And time has run out. There's no more interest here. So you put your guard up, and no matter if you're feeling still a little bit tender about it, you feel, with the Two of Swords being the truce card, that this is the right thing to do. For some of you guys, you're single, you're going to meet someone, I believe, but you're happily single for some of you guys. Therefore, because you are at a certain point in your life where now you're absolutely ready for a relationship, I believe this person pops up, and the Magician could be an air sign individual. I feel this relationship is going to be very successful because the Six of Wands says, I'm riding to victory, and Justice says, finally I get my rewards. So I feel that some of you guys finally get your reward. You've waited for some time with that Nine of Pentacles, but you've waited quite happily. And for some of you, you haven't moaned, and you haven't this and you haven't that, which is fine. A lot of people, when they're single, they want to know if love's coming. And I get the readings all the time. It's not a problem. It's not an issue. People feel how people feel. This Nine of Pentacles can say, you know what? I've been living my life on my own quite successfully, but I really would like a love partner. And in he arrives. And it seems to be quite a committed, successful relationship. I feel that you will be moving towards exploring this new journey with this individual. And finally, for some of you guys, that it looks like you're going to be pestered over the next 6 months by a particular person that you have no interest in. King of Wands could be a fire sign again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but doesn't have to be. This is just somebody who's very, very persistent, I believe, in getting your attention, but you're not interested because the Four of Cups shows up here. It shows, I don't really want this because I'm kind of happy with the way that things are, or I don't really want it because I don't really want a solid relationship at the moment. I'm quite happy being on my own. For some of you guys, this might be a frustrating situation. It could be that this person wants to offer you something that's quite deceptive, and that could be something that really toys with your beliefs and your values, because we've got the Hierophant here putting up his guard to the Knight of Pentacles. The person still stays around. They're not moving, but it's almost like you tell them, look, I'm not interested. For some of you guys, you might welcome in this person after a certain time, but I feel that this person will be in it for the long haul, and I feel that this will be a situation that happens over a period of time between July and December 2016. This person doesn't seem to want to go anywhere. And finally, for some of you, I do believe that you will have options. The Magician and the Hermit are between this Nine of Pentacles lady. Okay, one of them looks quite quiet, quite introverted. The other one might be a little bit showy because he's a magician. You have a decision to make with the Justice card. Do I go with this Six of Cups person? Sorry, Six of Wands individual. And I could see how the Magician could tally with the Six of Wands, because the Six of Wands individual is quite egocentric. They're quite full of themselves. Or do I go with the Hermit? Now, the Hermit might be representative of that Four of Cups individual who is probably a little bit defensive. So who do I go with? Do I go with the showy individual, or do I go with the person who probably needs a little bit of nurturing? I'm split in two directions. Do I go and off into a new territory, i.e. the Magician? I've never really met that type of man before, you might say to yourself, but he intrigues me and he incites me at the same time. Or do I stay with the Hermit? Do I go with this person? He is reliable and he is loyal, but I'm not sure whether this person will be in the Magician. So all sorts of stories coming up for you guys over the next 6 months, July through to December. Let me know how you get on. Very, very intriguing reading. Love doing Cancerian reading this time. But yeah, I'll see you guys on your live spread when that comes up very shortly. I'm working like mad around the clock on everything at the moment. Love it, love it, love it. And yeah, and also on your July readings that are coming up very, very soon too. Take care.